What's crack-a-lackin' Tea Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade. Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9, Episode 9 review. So we pick up exactly where we left off last week with Mia saying my children's fathers deserve to get along or something like that. And so everybody was like, excuse you? What do you mean fathers plural? And Stacey was like, I thought Gordon was the father of your children. And she was like, no, I was previously married. But we all know that that's not what she was referencing. So she's lying to the girls. And even Jizzy was like, but he wasn't there. So how is it possible that you're talking about your ex-husband? Gizelle peep game. Okay. Karen actually tries to stick up for me and was like, y'all kind of ganging up on her, like fall back a little bit. And Karen is a better woman than me, especially considering how Mia been coming for her and trying to air out all her dirty laundry all season. I was very shocked that Karen even cared enough to try to be there for her. And we gonna see where that gets to later on. But Jacqueline actually had her back and was saying that, Gordon is good for like 5% of the time, and then the other percent of the time he don't want to be bothered with it or whatever, like his mood swings go back and forth or whatever. And she was saying how she's been there to witness it. So the ladies then disperse, and as they're walking away, Jacqueline is trying to talk to Mia, and Mia is mad at her and says, you never have my back and just stay over there. And I'm like, this girl still talk to this lady like she is a peon, like she is nothing to her. And Jacqueline just stays around eating it up, wanting more. It's like, ain't no friendship that valuable to me to allow somebody to treat me like I'm trash. And when you want to pick me up, it's great. And then when you're done with me, you can just discard me like I'm nothing. And you know how Mia said last season or season before that the reason why she treats Jacqueline that way is because of the grape situation that happened to her when they were younger, and how she blames her for leaving her there with this person. I think that might have something to do with it. I think that does hold weight, but a part of me also feels like she treats Jacqueline like crap because of maybe the way that Jacqueline had a family growing up and she really didn't. And it's like, now I have the life that you want and I'm going to rub it in your face. So I don't know if it was a situation where when she went to go live with Jacqueline, maybe Jacqueline used to rub it in her face, make her feel less than. But it's a power thing with Mia. She likes to treat that lady like she is nothing. And I really don't understand it or get it. So Ashley and Stacey discuss their mediations that are coming up, and Stacey tells her that she expects her ex to be fair. And Ashley was like, oh, okay. Next thing you know, she run over there to Jizzy and Karen and say that the lady is clueless. And I'm like, you are so fake, because why you didn't say that to her face? Why you running over there telling Gizelle and Karen and say, y'all need to go talk to her because she's basically delusional and in la la land. So they pull Stacey and they sit her down, and they basically try to let her know, like, it ain't all sweet. Like, you might think you know this man, but y'all are in a different boat now. Like, it's not going to be the way it was when y'all got together. A person can say how they're going to act and behave, but until you get in that predicament, you never know. But Stacey holds true to the fact that she knows her husband and she trusts that he will stick to his word, and she knows him better than they do. And they was like, okay, girl, well, we tried to tell you, And so then after that, we see Stacey at the table with TJ trying to make conversation with him about the mayor's wife being there. And he literally is paying her dust, not engaging in conversation, not looking at her. And she just trying and trying and trying. And I'm looking at this lady like, Stacey, have you lost your mind? Like, you are really trying your hardest to appease this William from Girlfriends lookalike ass nigga. Like, girl, look at you and look at him. reevaluate your life and get it together, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way on your way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So Wendy introduces her kids to their aunts and, their husbands or whatever. And her and her sister-in-law have a very sweet moment where the sister-in-law breaks down crying and says how much she misses Wendy, and Wendy gets emotional. And I really hope that the family can get it together and come together, even with the parents, and I hope that everything is really still copacetic to this day. Ashley is at the spot with my Deanie Weenie, Mr. Feeney. We have getting a Dean spotting every week, and I love it. So Dean and Mr. President are sitting on the kitchen island. Once again, even though it's so unsanitary, and Ashley doesn't really look like the type of lady that's going to wipe down the table after they've put their feet that have been on the ground all around the house. She don't look like the type that's gonna clean the countertop. But now y'all see that I wasn't playing when I've been saying how smart Dean is all these years, because Ashley asked Dean, what are they studying at camp? What country are they studying at camp? And he tells her that they're currently studying Scotland. And next they'll be studying Wales. And I was like, this scholar, he's a scholar. He's a scholar. We all know that he's a botanist. We all know that he is a lawyer, a defense attorney. We all know that he is preparing to go to Mars. And here recently, he told me that he wants to go back to school to get his doctorate. I mean, he can't be stopped. He literally cannot be stopped. He said he wants to be a neurosurgeon. Yes, he wants to work on the brain because his mother does not have one. And he's seen how dense his mama is, and he really wants to see if that's something that can be, fixed in the noggin area. So I applaud Dean. He wants to go to Harvard to do so, then transfer over to Johns Hopkins. And, I just wish that young man the best. Wish him the best. And I'm here if he ever needs anything. I mean, I got him. That's my homie. So we then see Keiarna take lunch to her boyfriend Greg's office, where his mother and brother and other employees work. So we finally get verification on what Greg does for a living. So he is a social worker, and he started a community outreach facility. And I said, no, this lady ain't dating Issa Rae. Okay, Insecure. And, she brings lunch, and, he greets her, and she's talking to his mama and everything. And he tells her how she got to hit the pavement hard and go to these schools to do this, that, and the third. And I'm just trying to figure out how she got so much time to be doing all of this work for his facility, and you got a whole med spa that you running. Like, is he coming over to the med spa giving facials when you need help? Is he coming over there and cleaning up? Is he helping you like you're helping him? Because it seems like you're doing a lot for somebody that is your boyfriend. Bringing him lunch for him and the fam. Hopefully you didn't pay for it, but I really honestly think that you did. You're working part-time for his facility. It's great to give back, but who's giving to you? It's just a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot for somebody that looks like Greg. I can see if Greg was looking like Damson Idris or Idris Elba or, Michael B. Jordan, Johnny Depp back in the day. But he looked like Greg. They have a conversation in his office, and he makes a comment to her that when she the brother, this before they go into the office, Greg's brother mentions that she needs to have his last name soon. And he says when she starts acting right, she'll become Mrs. Diggs. So obviously, what she's doing now is still not enough. It's subpar in your eyes. And this is why I'm saying, Keiarna, stop what you're doing right now. Stop, drop, and roll, because you're already going above and beyond for a boyfriend. He already getting the milk from the cow, ma'am. He is in no rush to put a ring on it, and you shouldn't want him to. Honestly, truly, that he feels like you bringing him and his staff lunch and working on his behalf is not enough. Okay. So she also says in her confessional that he expects dinner from her. Once again, your boyfriend expects for you to cook dinner for him every night, but says that when you start acting right, you'll get his last name. They go into his office and he makes another little snide comment about how she can get off the hinge sometimes and maybe she should work on that. And she stopped and looked at him and she said, "You don't think I'm putting in work?" Like, she was appalled, and you could tell she was like, I can't believe he said that on camera. The whole world is going to see this. Yeah, the whole world is seeing how your man, Greg, is an asshole. Keiarna, you are too pretty for this. You are too pretty for this foolishness. You are too accomplished. And once again, you're too pretty to let somebody that look like Greg treat you like this. I knew from episode 1, and they only showed a quick clip of this man, and I already knew that he wasn't about shit. I've been saying it since episode 1 when they showed this man. I said, it's something about him. He ain't right. I could look at him and tell he wasn't right. He is beneath you, ma'am. He ain't even got no money like that. He running a non-profit. Girl, that man look like he should be working for Roto-Rooter. Like, this is Greg. Greg look like he could be your uncle. Like, I'm trying to figure out what about Greg that you like. He's not attractive. He look old as shit. He ain't got no money or no bread. He's rude. Kiana, get your life in order, please. Stacey, Jizzy, Karen, Ashley, and Wendy all link up. And she says that mediation did not go as she thought it would. And that she was shocked by a lot of things that she found out about. She learned that her husband, had been doing some things with the finances. She said throughout their marriage, they had a traditional marriage and he handled all the finances. And that she found out about this account, that account. She found out that her name were on certain accounts that she had no idea about. And I'm just looking like, how are you grown ass women in these marriages and relationships with men and don't know what's going on with y'all finances? I don't understand that at all. Baby, I'm about to be looking. I need to see everything. No, my name ain't gonna be on nothing without me not knowing. And if you did, you forged my signature. And then here go Wendy with her 4 degrees talking about some, I don't know either. I don't even know how to pay my mortgage. I don't even know who my light bill is through. Wendy, I need for you to never brag about having 4 degrees ever again after that came out of your mouth. Because you sound like a simpleton. How are y'all this idiotic to not know what's going on in your household? Eddie seems like a great man. He seems like he is upstanding, but you just never know with people. You're not about to have my life in your hands and you can get up any day and leave me and I'm just sitting here looking crazy. Absolutely not. Y'all better get it together. Get it together. Forget it forever. You want to talk about women empowerment? Y'all ain't even empowering yourself. Like, girl, please. I wish I would put my whole entire life and existence in my husband's hands. Child, please. So Ashley says during her mediation with Michael, they took care of the custody agreement. He's going to get the boys 10 days a month, but they couldn't get the divorce done because he wanted to invoke a confidentiality clause where she is unable to talk about him, period, on the show, interviews, whatever. But she did not agree. So at that point, they were still in litigation. I don't blame her. If you want my silence, you got to pay me, and you got to pay me well. You got to pay me as much as Bravo is paying me to shut up, because if I can't talk about you on the show and that's affecting my livelihood and my storyline, then you need to be paying me what they pay me in case I get fired. Period. So she does have leverage in this case, and I hope that in the end she gets what she deserves and what she wants, because now you got them by the balls, okay? So Ashley, at the end of the episode, invites the girls to this charity event where she gonna scale a wall. She does it. It's very heroic. I could never be able to do it. Mia arrives and hugs everyone but Gizelle and tells her that they have to have words first. So Gizelle, like, what did I do? She trying to rack her brain, trying to figure out if she said something crazy. And so Ashley scales the building. Like I said, she did a great job. Dean, however, did not approve because, like I said earlier, they're still in litigation. And if she would have failed and died, then what? Ain't nobody getting no money. So Dean did not approve of that at all right? He still got an attitude about it till this day. So Mia tells Jizzy to sit down and talk to her. And she tells her basically, you're questioning my situation, and I don't appreciate the fact that you brought it up in front of all the ladies. You should have just pulled me to the side and said that. And Gizelle was like, well, I felt like it was a valid question. And it was. Nothing that she said was wrong. And I can't believe I'm even defending Gizelle. Mia was like, but you didn't want me to bring it to the group that your girls were sneaking boys into the house. But on social media, you post like everything is perfect. Miss Girl, one has nothing to do with the other. Nothing at all. Why you trying to spray her and embarrass her? And then what you mean how she get on social media and try to act like everything is just picture perfect? What's she gonna do? Go online? Y'all, my daughters tried to sneak in some boy last night. Girl, everybody don't run to the internet and tell their business like you do. Just because you ratchet and ghetto and over there living in the slums of Beverly Hills. Girl, get your life. And Gizelle actually handled it really well. But at the end of the episode, she said, and I quote, she was taken off guard and she needed to let it marinate. And after she let it marinate, she coming for you. And I don't even blame her, because you deserve it. Because how you getting mad because folks got questions? Like, make it make sense. Like, please stop. Oh, I can't stand Mia, crater face ass. Anywho, so I'm gonna give this week's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, I'm gonna give this week's episode a B+. It was a good episode. It was good. It kept me entertained. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about this week's episode. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.